Hello YouTube, my name's Ngript. This is going to be my first video on YouTube, and yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. What I'm going to talk about is something that's very near and dear to me. Warhammer 40,000 is probably one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, and I read multiple Black Library books every single week because I just really love this franchise. Try to buy every single book that comes out and keep up with the universe because it's just, I don't know, really engaging to me. Um, a book that I read recently is Fulgrim, The Perfect Son. You know, if I had to give this a book review out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 6 out of 10. I say that just because, you know, I really love the Emperor's Children. They're one of my favorite factions after reading the Fabius Bile series, but you know, I just don't think Jude Reed is that great of an author. I read Demon Breaker and didn't really enjoy that book either. I've yet to read Morven Ball, Spear of Faith, I think it's called. So maybe that's a better book, but yeah. With this book, loved The Emperor's Children, but it didn't really go anywhere. Um, a lot of people are talking about a vision of the Emperor's Champion, seeing Dorn coming back, and you know, I think it's well established in Warhammer 40,000 that visions and divine revelations are pretty real and you know, carry weight in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. So I do think that there is some credence to that, but I guess we'll see if this actually goes anywhere. Just because I haven't actually seen any sequel novels to Jude Reed's work. Seems like Demon Breaker might get a sequel, but we'll see about that. It seemed like it was set up for that, but I've heard nothing. Um, but, you know, guess we'll see. With Fulgrim the Perfect Son, it's not really about Fulgrim. Um, he's probably in about less than 20 of the pages, and when he's there, it's kind of one-dimensional in that he's pretty evil. He likes picking on his space marines and getting them to do things. He's really wanting someone to be his champion. So he's wanting someone to kill the Emperor's champion, and once someone kills the Emperor's champion, he's going to crown them as his champion and wants to go over and take over Terra. If this book gets a sequel or if they do more stuff, I expect them to probably talk about Fulgrim's campaign to Terra. The main character of this book, though, Tamaris, of the Blades, I think he's a pretty cool character. He goes through a character arc where seems really, I don't know, hopeful. I would say that the Emperor's children can be, you know, something more, maybe something akin to what they were in the Heresy era. I don't think he was a Heresy Marine, just because he says that he swore no oath to any Emperor when he was called a heretic by the Emperor's champion. But yeah, he has a couple of side characters that go along with him throughout the novel. One I think is called Vanikar. I might be getting his name wrong, and I can't quite remember the name of the other Marine that he's often depicted alongside with. But there's some betrayal that happens, and he gets double-crossed. But in typical, Chaos Marine shenanigans, he makes a deal with a demon and gets lots of power from that deal, and ends up being the one that slays the Emperor's champion. Fulgrim recognizes that and declares that he's the perfect son. And that's the namesake of the book. I don't think it was a super compelling storyline, but I'm really interested to see where it goes. Like I said, I buy every single Warhammer book because, I'm in love with this franchise. So I'll keep you guys updated if I notice anything further about where this is going to go and what's going to happen with this vision, if Dorn is actually coming back or not. But yeah, would I recommend this book for someone to read? Only if they're an Emperor's Children fan. Otherwise, I'd tell them to read the Fabius Bile series because it's way better. Hope you guys like this video. I'm going to be trying to do more of this. So, signing off.